Hello, welcome back. GovDoc Breakdown, no opinions, just facts. We're hitting you with a little bit of a new segment today, ladies and gentlemen, and anybody. We had a user comment that generated an idea for a video. So we would like to shout out Sam Bentham 7799 for asking, is Congress making any laws? Do any of these orders get scrutinized by Congress? Has the lawmaking process changed? And this was in response to one of our videos on tariffs. So I think there may have been a little bit of sarcasm with those questions, but it did give us an idea about just going over the legality of these tariffs being imposed by the president. So generally, there's been a lot of talk about how Congress is the one with powers over tariffs. And technically speaking, that is correct. Under the U.S. Constitution, specifically Article 1, Section 8, Congress has the power to regulate commerce with foreign nations, which includes setting tariffs and trade policy. So, if this is the case, how has the president imposed these sweeping tariffs that he has? Three things we're going to go over here. The Trade Expansion Act of 1962, the Trade Act of 1974, and the International Emergency Economic Powers Act of 1977. So we're going to start with the Trade Expansion Act of 1962, specifically Section 232, which allows the president to impose tariffs if the Department of Commerce finds that certain imports threaten national security. So the president used this to justify tariffs on things like steel and aluminum and auto imports, saying that dependence on foreign sources for these materials posed a security risk. So using that act is a national security situation, and that is the justification. So, on to the Trade Act of 1974, specifically Section 301. This section permits the president to take action against foreign countries that engage in unfair trade practices. So this is where the justification for many of the tariffs on China and other countries came from, for alleged intellectual property violations and other unfair trade practices. That's where the justification and power to do this came from. Finally, the International Emergency Economic Powers Act, IEEPA. This act allows the president to regulate commerce in response to, quote, an unusual and extraordinary threat to national security. So through these powers, the president imposed the blanket 10% tariff, saying that the persistent trade deficit necessitated a declaration of a national emergency. Also, you can think of the IEEPA in relation to the 25% tariffs on Mexico and Canada.
Full video located on our channel.